Hello, my dear friend. I have always heard this discussion. I can do accounting, I can do tax filing, income tax filing, I can file GST return filing, I can process payroll, but I cannot do PF or ESI return filing. I think you also heard this discussion, right? So this is pretty common in our industry. Maybe this is a discussion always happens between accountants, maybe with the taxation experts, or maybe with the audit executives. All these people always discuss this. So we always think that PF or ESI return filing process is very complicated, but in reality, it's not that complicated. It's very simple. Anybody can file PF return or ESI return. It's a very simple process. In this video, I am going to show you what are the procedure or steps we have to follow to file PF or PF return filing. So, of course, I'm not going to teach you ESI return filing in this process, but we can make a different video for that. But in this video, I'm going to teach you a step-by-step process to file PF return. So my name is Ganesh Shetty. By profession, I'm a chartered accountant, and I'm co-founder of the company called FinCurious. So in fact, I have a very surprising the things to show you today. So as and when I move on, so you'll be able to see that, right? Before we start the actual return filing process, it's very important for us to know few important basic things. One is deduction. What is the PF deduction we have to do? So basically, PF deduction has to be at 12%, both from employer side and employee side. So this 12% not on gross salary, which is on a basic plus DA. Any employee withdrawing salary out of that, we have to structure it and we have to identify what is the basic plus DA portion. And then on that, we have to calculate 12%. And we have to compute and deduct before they pay the salary, before we release the salary to that particular employee. And then we have to file the return and remit that particular amount. So there might be a question, what if the employee salary, basic plus DA itself is a very big amount? For example, employee salary is 2 lakh, basic only will come around 50,000. Do you need to pay PF on that 50,000? So no, there is a upper limit also. You can apply that. So the maximum contribution can be 1,800. How it is calculated? Maximum PF contribution can be limited to 15,000 of basic or DA. If anybody is withdrawing basic plus DA more than 15,000 also, 15,000, you can actually limit the deduction portion on 15,000, 12%. That comes exactly 1,800 rupees. So basically, contribution can be maximum of 1,800 or 12% on basic plus DA, whichever is higher. So this is about the deduction. So next is what is the due date to file and make the payment of PF by the employer. The last date to make the PF contribution to the government is 15th of next month. Let's take an example. If we are calculating PF for the month of July, the due date for that particular month is 15th of August latest. So you have to file and make the payment by 15th of August, not beyond that at any cost, because there is a penalty and interest has to be paid on if there is a late remittances by the employer. So now the next question is that where we have to file and make the payments, which portal, which is the government portal. For that, I'm not going to just say you, I'm going to share my screen and show you the government portal where actually you can file the return. So this is exactly the portal, epfindia.gov.in. This is a place where you can actually, being an accountant, being an HR person, being an audit executive, if you wanted to file PF return, you have to come to this particular portal now. You can make a note, epfindia.gov.in. So once you come down to this particular website of government, you have to click on services. In services, you can see for employer, for employee. There are a lot of options. So you have to select this particular option for employer. So scroll down. So here you can see on services in this below the services tab, you can see online registration of establishment, online ECR or challan submission. This is the particular place you have to click upon. So it will be redirected to a different website. So here you have to file PF return. So to file PF return, you should have login credentials given by the government. Using that, you will be able to log in and you have to enter CAPTCHA and then you have to sign in. So then only you will be able to file PF return, right? So this is a regular process you have to actually follow to start with PF return filing. Okay. So this is real time. Now, in this video, what I am going to do, I am going to actually show you an entire process using a case study. So just by telling you theoretically, right, it will not help. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to follow a case study. Using that, I'm going to show you step-by-step process how you can file PF return. So let's start now. So for that purpose, I'm going to use FinCurious lab, FinC lab, where you can actually learn in a practical way, and also you are going to get a hands-on experience. That's the benefit of using FinC lab. For more details, you can actually visit fincurious.com and you can browse through the various courses we are offering. So you can actually see that. And as one example, I'm choosing EPF return filing. Now, this is a case study which I'm going to follow. You can see this is a case study for the company called FinC EdTech Solution Private Limited. So there is a login credentials also is been given. So username and password also available with me. This is the salary statement. I have it for the month of July. So everything is calculated. Everything is ready. I need not to spend much time here. So let us directly get into a government portal and file the return. So now the question is that, can I go to government portal and so do some practices? Definitely not, right? Even if I use my real login credential also, there is a high chance if I make a mistake, if I create a challenge, I am going to get a notice for sure, right? So this is a real problem. Because of this, so many people are not able to learn PF return or ESA return, anything for that matter. So for that, to give you hands-on experience, we have developed a simulation software. In front of you, I'm going to show you right now how simulation software look like. There is a link here. I'm going to click on this. Yes, exactly this. This is what is called simulation software. So this is an exact replica of government portal. This is the real government portal, and this is the exact replica of government portal. Here, actually, we can file GST return, file PF return, and actually practice and get the hands-on experience. So in fact, we have simulation software for GST, ITR, PFESI, as I'm showing you right now one, and also TDS, many other simulation portal we have. So let us start now. What is the process to file PF return? Now I have to log into this particular thing, right? So I have already a login credentials here. I'm going to close for the, I think I'll get confused otherwise with the real or simulation. I'm going to close real portals right now. Yes. So simulation portal I can identify with this particular tag. This is simulation used for education purpose only, right? I can practice any time, like even there is no due date, so I can file the return and practice. Right now, let us start. This is a case study. I have the login credentials here. Hope this is the login credentials. This is a password. I've already entered it. The password is being saved. So in real time also, we have to do the same thing. So let me click on sign in. Let me wait for a few minutes, a few seconds. So I could log in now. So this is the login page. You can see once I logged in, there's an inside login. So you can see FinC EdTech Solutions Private Limited. So this is the LIN number, PAN number, everything is available here. This is the first time. So inside you can see this particular interface. So now I may not be able to show you how to add employee, how to do other procedures, but I'm like directly getting to a PF return filing process. If at all you need to add employee, first you have to go to this member tab. Here you can actually register employees individually or bulk, anything is possible. And once you add employee, then you have to go to this particular approval tab where you can approve that particular employee so that that employee will be shown in the active places, active employee in your portal. Now, where I can see all the employees, active employees, I have to go to this particular option called dashboard. Here I can see active employees, existed employees, and everything. Let me click on active employees. And after that, I have to click on show all employees. The moment I click on show all employees, I'll be able to see the active employees with me. So how many active employees I have, I'll be able to see that. So these are the active employees. So these are the list of employees I can see. Every employee is being already added. That's what is my assumption. So now once you cross verify, if there is any new employee, you should also add them by following the process by going here and adding those employees. Now I have already added, kept everything is ready. So directly let us get into a PF return filing process. To file PF return, what we have to do, we have to go to this particular payments tab. In the payments tab, you can see ECR or return filing. Let me click on this. So now moment when you click on this, you will be able to see this particular interface. here there is an option called ECR upload. Let me click on that. So once you click on that, basically you have to, before we upload here, this is a place we can upload that ECR file. The ECR file is nothing but, which is the basically the employee contribution, the employee wise contribution with UN number. So relevant UN number you have to add. So we have to generate that file, and the file should be in a text format. It cannot be in Excel or anything else. It should be in text format. So I'm going to show you entire process how you can convert the Excel into a text format also. So once that is ready, you can upload here. So now it's not ready. So just above this particular ECR file upload, you can see download ECR also. What you have to do, you have to click on this particular month tab. You have to select for which month you have to download, and you have to also click on ECR, select ECR or arrear as the case may be. Then click on ECR file download. The moment you click on this, you will be able to download a ECR file format. So I am just opening this particular format right now. Right? So this is a file. So here you can see UN number of each and every employee for that particular case study, and also name of the employee. So you have to start filling all this information one by one, right? So once this is ready, then you can even convert to a text file using this particular ECR sheet. So now the question is that how to convert to a text file, right? There are two options for it. So number one option, there is already a certain template which is fixed. So you have to just add this information, salary and everything. So, and once that is done, you can click on that one of the button there, and it will give a text file. It's a very simple process. Otherwise, there is another process wherein the same normal ECR file only you can convert into a text file. So the specific text file format has to be used for that. So both I'm going to teach you in this particular video. So let me minimize this. And to save the time for this particular video, I've already kept ready the ECR file to some extent. I'll explain anyway. The number one, the format based text file. So format is this. Here you can download this format by going to Google and search for ECR file format. I'll show you quickly how you can search for it. ECR file template. Like this, you can search. You'll be able to see any number of websites. If you go inside, you'll be able to download this particular file format. This is the easiest process and suggested process also. You can actually download this particular file, and you'll be able to do the work quickly. Now, for the benefit of this video, what I have done, I've already downloaded this particular template. And also in this particular sheet one, you have to upload all the employee details. You should always enable this content for the macro, because by using macro features, it will generate you a text file. Now, what I have done, I have updated with the gross wages as per the question, as per the case study which I am referring to. So each and every employee UN and a member number already downloaded from the website. Now gross wages has been uploaded, and EPF wages. What is the EPF wages? EPF wages is nothing but, so in my example, 40% of salary is basic salary. So basic salary is nothing but EPF wage. Okay. If that 40% of basic salary is more than 15,000, I am limiting using the one formula, minimum of 40% of gross salary or 15,000. So minimum of that I'm taking basically, right? So that is the EPF wages. EPS wages, EDLI wages, and everything is same. So there is no changes. All these are same. You can just create a link. So that much only. Okay, same this link only. I'm creating it. So these three form filled, three places filled. Now EPF contribution, EPS contribution, and EPF and EPS contribution difference I have to make it. This is PF contribution. This is pension scheme contribution for your information, the full form. Now, what is EPF contribution? EPF contribution is on EPF wage, that is 15,000 maximum, or maybe anything of that basic wages. On that 12% I'm calculating, right? So that is calculated 1,800 maximum limit. Initially, I have told you what is the contribution. This is a contribution. And in other cases, it's 1,600, 1,500, different. So in case if the contribution is going beyond 1,800, you can limit 1,800 also. Then out of this, EPS for the pension scheme, 8.33% has to be remitted. Out of that 12%, 8.33% has to be remitted towards pension scheme, right? So that is also using the formula I'm calculating. Again, I will show you the formula which I used. So it's a whatever EPS on that 8.33%. Okay, it's already limited to 15,000. There is no limitation to be applied again. 8.33% of the 12%, not on 8.3 on 100%. 8.33% out of that 12%. Balance whatever it comes, it is a difference has to be created in a separate column. NPC days and other things, you can keep it always 0. So now this is clear, I think. So EPF contribution, EPS contribution, and EPS, the difference also I have shown. Now, once this is clear, now what you have to do in this particular template, we should go to this particular text main format, and here you will be able to see this particular information. So here you can even see the information of summary also, summary of that particular sheet also. Then you want text file now, you have to click on create text. The moment you click on this particular text, you'll be able to see this particular pop-up. So it gives you directly a text file. I am selecting July 24. I'm renaming this particular file. I'm saving this on my desktop, saved it. So the text file has been saved. So now this job is done. I'm closing that all the other file. So now the other example. So this is a one way of creating that text file. So there is another bit complicated, but I will teach you in this particular process. So you have downloaded that particular ECR file from the website, right? So this is option B. You can ignore if you wanted to stick on to option A. So I'm just teaching you just for your information how you can do this particular thing using option B. If you do not find that the file, text file, or maybe the ECR template, then you can follow this process. This is the same, the document which I'm continuing. I've already downloaded one particular basically the format that UNK list and member name list. So same file I'm continuing, same calculation you have to do it till here. And after that, you save this file and close it. Okay. So now after that, you have to click on this particular file. You have to right click on this particular, sorry. So my bad. So I have to open this particular file. Again, I'm opening it. Once that every data is completely done, what you have to do, you have to click on save as. Like basically you have to click on, so F12, or maybe you can click on save as. I'll show you to click on this particular save as. So once you click on this save as, right, you have to change this file format. I'm going to change this particular format to CSV, delimited. So I'm selecting, it's a normal Excel file. I'm changing this to CSV format. So delimited. I've done that. So then I'm going to save this particular file, basically save as this particular file in my desktop again. So done. So I'm going to save that. So basically general file only, I've saved it as delimited. Please remember that. Yes, I've done it. Now, this is the original file. I can see the delimited file here, CSV file here in this particular format. I can say right now. Now I'll not open this. I'll right click on this. I'll click on open with. So there is the option to select notepad. I'll click on this particular notepad. Now you can see notepad is being opened. So these are the various data opened in a notepad format. Now what I have to do, first thing, I have to click on the first headers. Headers, everything is being selected. So till the end you have to select. Okay, for that you can select shift control and right arrow mark, you can select it. So then I will click on backspace or delete it. So header is being removed. Now after each and every the cell, right, there is a comma delimited, right? So the comma is divided into between the each and every cell. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace all this comma. So I have to press on Control H. So basically I have to replace this all comma with this particular hash and this particular symbol. Right? I am going to replace this particular comma with the hash, this particular symbol and hash. So I'll replace everything, replace all. So everything is replaced now. So then what I have to do, I have to save this file now again. So I'll click on this file and I will be selecting save as. Done. So this also I'm going to select it on desktop only, July 24, and I will give a different name. So we have done it with B, right? I'll select it B. Now close. Now I have two files with me right now with the two options you can see on the screen. So one is July 24, which is generated using the template, and option A. So another July 24B, which is generated using the complicated option, I can say. Now, no, you guys don't need to create a two files separately. Use either option A or option B. Now I will go ahead to the option A only. I'm going to use this file. Just to teach you, I will show you option B also. Now I'll go back to my simulation software, right? Simulation software is for the learning purpose. Learning purpose, right? So in a real time, what we have to do, we have to use a real portal, and there you have to upload, right? So now I have started from here. I have just downloaded this template and I have done everything, and text file is ready. Now it's a time I have to upload the file. So I hope you have understood everything till here. If any further question, if you have, please comment below, and in the chat box, in the comment section, you can write your query, what exactly you are expecting and what the process you couldn't follow, and you can post your comment there on anything relating to PF related. You can post a comment. Happy to answer your questions. Now we are ready with the text file. Let us actually upload this. Which month we have to upload? July 2024. So now there is a second question, salary dispersal date. When it is being dispersed? Maybe it's a July 31st or maybe a 10th of August, whatever it is. So I am selecting 10th of August. Everything selected. I am now selecting the file which I created. I am selecting July 24, not July 24B. I can select anyone for that matter. Both are same only, right? So I am selecting that. Selected. Now I will click on ECR, not arrear. This is a first time filing I am doing it. Then I will select contribution as 12% by default. Then for my reference, I will select some remark and I will click on upload. So after this, I have to click on upload and wait for some time. It's uploading. Yes, successfully uploaded. If there is any error, so what you can do, you can actually download that error file. Here somewhere error file also will be generated. You will be able to download it, and actually you can see what is the error actually has happened. So general error are with respect to the pension scheme contribution. So many things will be there. So those errors you have to address and you have to re-upload. Keep on uploading till the time it this particular option shows. You can see there is an option. So I'm just ignoring on the below part. This is earlier uploaded. So this I can cancel it and close it. So now I have to process with this particular option only. So let us focus here. Now what I have to do, I have the option to reject if I make any mistake, or I can click on verify also. So I hope my statement is correct. Let me click on verify. So this particular pop-up will come. So it will again telling us to again recheck. I'm sure I've done it, everything's correctly. I've clicked on OK. Once this is done, so let us wait for some time. Yeah, you can see now. So July 2024, I have a prepare challan option and cancel. Here also I have option to cancel. So I need not to continue. If I feel okay, some error is there, I can actually cancel it. Now what I am going to do, I will validate and I'll start preparing the challan. I clicked on prepare challan. So now immediately when I clicked on challan, I can see all these options. Here you can see gross wages, EPF contribution. So what is the number of employees and how many UN are there, which month, everything I can see. So this you have to see once again. And there is one column here, EDLI charges. This will always be 0. So this has to be minimum 500 rupees. So please don't forget to upload this. Once you upload, this also will change. Total contribution also will change. Other than this, everything is being taken care. So after that, you have to update 3 other column also. Total number of employees in the month. So in my case, it's 7. So number of employees, excluded employees. Is there anyone who is not opting for PF? No. So in my case, it's 0. In case if they're opting out from the PF, for the information of you, so there is an option for employees to opt out PF also. It's not that compulsorily they have to contribute to the PF. They can also opt out. There is a different process altogether for that. So if no one is opting out, then you have to write it 0. So it's always generally it's 0. Generally, companies will not motivate anyone to opt out of PF, right? So everyone will opt for the PF. Now ensure that every data is correct. So then I will click on generate challan. So I'm just clicking on generate challan now. Yes, challan generated successfully. So now you can see. So the challan generated, just wait for this few seconds. We'll be able to see this particular tab. Here you can see challan is being generated. You have last option. Please be very careful. If you think that if you made a mistake, again, you have option to edit and undo some things. But once you click on this finalize, you will not be able to go back. You have to pay PF amount, and that's where the simulation software will be helpful for you to learn. If you make any click on this particular finalize button. In a real portal, no option. You have to pay. Otherwise, you have to go to the government portal and then you have to follow very redundant, very hectic process. So if you're using simulation, you can actually make a mistake. Now I am following simulation software. You can see on the header. So now I'll click on finalize button because I need not to pay. I need to worry about it. Let me click on this. Yes, challan finalized. So challan finalized. Now what is the next step? I have to pay PF. Now I am ready to pay. So I'm going to pay this particular amount. So totally 24,040 rupees PF contribution I have to make it. So let me pay this. So I have to click on pay. Generally what happens if we click on this pay button, it will be redirected to the bank. So in our case, in our simulation, there is a dummy bank we have. FinC dummy bank, we have to select it. So it's as good as payment. Let me click on pay. So it will show again. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. I am going to make the payment. Payment confirm. That's all. So I need not to make a real payment here. So it is done. I have actually paid the PF in a virtual mode. It's a simulation software. So now I can generate, actually download challan receipt. Click on this. You'll be able to download challan receipt. Challan is being downloaded. Let me see. I am just opening the challan. See, you can see it's as good as real challan only. So challan is also being generated. So my PF return filing process is completed. So this is how, so anybody can file the PF return. So this is the entire process. I think you enjoyed the entire process. So this is how anybody can learn PF return filing process using our simulation software. And if I'm not happy with this process, I can again file one more return. So there are different case study, different assignments we have, and it's a completely certification program also. For the benefit of you, I have shown you entire process. I hope you enjoyed the process of PF return filing process. So now I have a question. So do you think PF return filing process is very complicated? I'm sure answer is no. So PF return filing process is not really complicated, but the subject to knowledge. You should know what is the deduction, what is CPS, what is CPF, everything, what is the contribution, what is the upper limit, and how to add, how to keep the active employee list. And if employee leave the organization, how you have to upload. Everything you have to learn in detail. And then only you can get into a PF return filing process. And if there is any problem in between, you have to go to government department nearby. And actually, you have to make some changes also can be done through the government department. So this is all the things which is very much important being a PF consultant. And so this is very simple also. It's not that complicated, right? So hope you enjoyed the entire video. And as I mentioned in between, so if you have any further question on PF return filing, please comment below. And also one more request, you please like our videos, and also you can see many videos. Please follow and subscribe our YouTube channel also. Thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. So bye-bye. See you. Good luck.